Hey, what's going on, Dungeon Masters and Adventurer types alike? If you're looking for maps that will allow you to send your player group to explore the remains of a forgotten and destroyed prison fortress, now infested with dead and abominations from the great beyond, causing your player groups to teeter on the brink of madness, you might just be in luck. That's what I'm giving away today. You're watching The Dungeon Geek. Welcome. As we get started here, quick flashback to last year. I was doing a 5e campaign conversion, and this was the adventure path of the Cairn Crown. This is a Pathfinder adventure path, and I was using book number 1, The Haunting of Harrowstone. I went ahead and I went through this adventure path. I changed a bunch of stuff for the 5e setting. I had a really great adventure loop to hook the players to get them in, but you're not interested in all of that. You're interested in the map pack itself that I'm giving away right here, right now. So this is a pretty big download. Feel free to use whatever you wish. And as always, the free downloads are going to be below. Let's go ahead and get started and taking a look at the map that is the most important fundamentally, and that's the overland map of the prison itself. You can see that the entire fortress rests upon a hill and is surrounded with thick walls with high ramparts. There are several guard stations spread throughout, and also several breaches in the walls that the players would be able to navigate through, but the road itself leads up off of the main wilderness and right into the main gate itself. The road branches off at several points, one to the ruins of an old church, to several sort of guard houses or barracks, past an old untilled field, a horse stable yard that is sort of kind of fenced in still, and then up to the main gates of the prison itself. The prison very obviously is the large structure at the very northwest of the map. In front of it, an enormous lake and a hedge maze to the southwest. I would encourage you to do whatever you want with the buildings that are on the perimeter here, these guard huts, or perhaps the ruins of the church itself. I do, in this download, have a file that I've made for the hedge maze. In my game, this hedge maze had a kind of a pool in the center of it, which actually was a focus point that allowed players to travel directly into the Shadowfell unknowingly. Admittedly, I'd been watching a lot of Stranger Things and just couldn't help myself but hop on the bandwagon. Let's get to the prison itself. The prison is split into 3 stories and a basement. Each one of these maps is going to measure 30 by 30 on your virtual tabletops. Hey, ultimately, it's up to you to decide what you do with each of the rooms and the descriptions that you give your characters for how you use these maps. And all of that's really going to depend on what type of adventure you're running. It could be full of undead. It could be full of spirits. It could be taken over by aberrations. Hey, the characters could be prisoners here and need to escape as the fortress has been taken over and they've been captured by some sort of goblinoid race or some other sort of foul deities. Do be sure to download all of the maps. Both the day and night version of the overland map are available, as well as all of the interiors of the prison itself. And please, I encourage you to share these. Use these maps. They are free to use. You don't really need to credit me, but pen them on Pinterest. The more traffic that I have back to this site, the quicker this whole thing grows, the more time I'm able to dedicate to producing and getting these things out to you, the community. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. This has been The Dungeon Geek.